Protesters throw gravel at Trudeau. Canadian Liberal leader won't bow to anti-vaxxer mobs.
Here's a summary of the article.
Welland, ONT. Justin Trudeau said his pandemic recovery policies won't be shaped by the demands of what he called anti-vaxxer mobs that have dogged his campaign events in recent weeks, including some who threw debris at the Liberal leader on Monday. Trudeau made the comments at a steel plant in Welland, ONT, where he pledged to extend pandemic supports for workers and businesses if his government is re-elected on September 20. A noisy crowd of a few dozen people gathered outside the gate to the facility as Trudeau spoke inside, expressing anger over COVID-19 vaccines and pandemic measures. Trudeau said Monday that he can't back down when faced with the aggressive group as he campaigns for a shot to keep leading the country through the worsening fourth wave of the COVID-19 pandemic. People angry at Trudeau congregated in progressively larger numbers at all of the leaders' campaign stops in southern Ontario on Monday. After the late afternoon event in London, ONT, some people in the noisy throng threw dime-sized rocks at Trudeau as he walked out of the microbrewery to his campaign bus. Trudeau said the Federal Justice Department is looking at a number of ways to support legislation to ensure legal protections for businesses that do the right thing with mandatory vaccination policies.
This post received a score of 1800, with an upvote ratio of 92%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
I remember the good old days when we peered our prime ministers. It was a simpler time.
Also when our PMS personally and instantly delivered justice to the offenders, or, well, maybe it was just that one guy.
Jean Chrétien. I don't know. What happened? If you don't know, the cameras were there. Some people came in my way, it might have been. I had to go. So if you were in my way, I am walking. So I don't know what happened. Something happened to somebody who should not have been there. Edit to give credit. This speech, actually, became famous in Canada because it was transcribed by the poet Stuart Ross, entitled, A Minor Altercation, and included in his book The Inspiration Cha-Cha.
People should also be aware, despite the broken speech, he wasn't an idiot.
Not an idiot. Just a Quebecois.
We're Canadians. Have some pride. Voice your opinion at the voting booth on the 20th. Gravel. WTF.
These guys have the intelligence of apes.
Well then, if they're true apes, then buy GME.
We throw chocolate-covered bananas like sophisticated primates. Left gravel alone a long time ago.
I'm surprised they didn't throw their own feces at him. That's about the intellectual maturity level of these people.
You're not wrong. People who stormed the US Capitol literally did this.
They threw feces at people?
Nah, but some guys smeared it on the walls. These protesters are worse than my 6-year-old nephew. How shameful for their families.
Pro-COVID, not anti-vaccination, they are helping to keep the virus around. Pro-nothing anti-liberal, you mean. These people would go on hunger strike if Trudeau told them to eat 3 meals a day.
Maybe he should do that.
Fuck anti-vaxxers. They are murderers. I hope these fuckers get arrested for assaulting Trudeau.
The above comment was stolen from this one elsewhere in this comment section. Confused? Read the FAQ for info on how I work and why I exist.
Don't act like a shitcan American wannabe and say you're protecting Canadian values. Act like a Canadian. Use your privilege and power by voting. Accept the results like a functioning adult member of society. I can't imagine being so small and stupid that I resort to primate behavior.
Next they'll be throwing feces.
I don't like Trudeau. He does not have my vote. That being said, these Trumpist morons are the reason we need a COVID passport in the first place. Don't like Trudeau, cast your vote. That's it. That's literally all you can do. This kind of behavior is deplorable. Your vote is your voice. Use that instead. I'll bet half these morons aren't even gonna vote.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.